Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you can click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. Part 2 of finishing these seats. I'm going to do this back, then I'm going to pull that driver's seat out and do it, just to have this behind me. I did buy some stuffing for the driver's side cushion. What I have thought about in the past was keeping my eye open for possibly seats in the salvage yard that had better cushion, because they were used less. But anyway, let me go ahead and finish this up. I cut the hog rings under here. Now I'm going to start peeling this up. Unhooked it and riding this seat up till I get up here to this headrest releases, which are probably around right here. Oh, you push them in right there and lift the headrest off. Got the headrest off. Now I just need to peel this backrest off. I think I got everything out of the cushion already in the back. If not, I'll dump it out after I get it off. A little bit of trash in there. The front, of course, has all the hook rings in the seams. The back has a couple of hooks on the side, like that. And it's attached up at the top like this. Those are the last two. And of course, these are the releases for the headrest. First thing I'm doing is moving these hooks from here to there. I flipped this inside out. It does not have these holes cut here. So that's something that you will need to do yourself. So you could measure that up, cut those holes for your headrest to go through. So let me get these through there, then get all these bars switched over from here to there and start getting this thing installed. Looks like I got 20 zip ties to use here. I'll check them, count them after I get done. When I flipped it over to the inside, these are some plastic bars. The seats already have those installed, the new skins. So you just need to take these two bars here and put them in there. And the bar on the bottom. Here it is, folks. All done. I couldn't figure out how that exactly was hooked in on the sides. It's got some material hooks right there. So I guess I could poke a hole in this material and hook it on those. But right now it looks like it's okay. Hooked in there. Looks like I got maybe a little bit of extra material down here. I didn't think the bottom was going to close up. But I pulled it together with the zip ties. Make sure you get them around that metal bar. And I pulled them all closed. So the only difference I see is that the back of the seat, where the pouch is, it had Alcantara on the original. And this is just leather, no Alcantara. And I don't know if that has supposed to have a waistband in there or not. Doesn't feel like it, but there's no Alcantara right there on the back. So let me go ahead and cut these off so that they won't cut anybody, and lift it up so you can take a good look at the entire seat done. When you cut these off, be careful you don't cut the seat like I did. See that cut there? I nicked the bottom of the seat with my razor, but I got the other ones good. Because these seats are right or left, now you got to cut the hole for the lumbar handle right there. Should be easy to do with an X-Acto knife, so be careful cutting that, and then cutting your holes on top for your headrest. Just right behind the stitching. Cut it behind the stitching, don't cut the stitching. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be all done. Yep, right there it's behind the stitching, just on the back side of the stitching. The rest appears to be a zipper, but there's a staple keeping the zipper closed. Let me see what this one looks like. Do 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 do. Yep, it's a zipper. So let me get that off and see how this zipper thing works. Looks like it zips and then tucks in. So let me go ahead and take this one off. Those two staples. Now I'm gonna dig that out with a screwdriver. I dug this side out. This is not the side that got the zipper on it unless it's been cut. But let me dig this side out, see if the zipper's on this side. That it was zipped and then snipped off both ends. So I'm gonna go ahead and pry this zipper open, let it unzip, and then put that headrest cover on there and zip it closed. That staple was put in there with a staple gun. That's them right there. So you could do the same thing with yours. Let me go ahead and finish getting this off. It is with the material taken off. It's got a slip on it. So I'm gonna leave that on there and get that installed. Now the back of these are Alcantara and the front's leather. Sides are Alcantara. These, the sides are Alcantara and they're leather on the front, vinyl on the back. So that's a little different than the original. So you could leave the original on there if you want, or put the new ones on. I got the headrest cover zipped on and I tucked the zippers down in there on both sides. And it looks okay. I kind of like the original better, but this one will match the new seat cover better. So let me go ahead and slam this down on there and work on my lumbar handle. Folks, the circle I cut out, just pushing my hand in there. Let me get that knob installed and that piece of trim. Maybe this gather will do better when I recline the seat a little bit. I need to tuck this down on both sides over the mechanism. The mechanism cover. Whew, I got that on. That was hard. So now I'm going to clean off this seat a little bit. Clean off these tracks. Spray some lube in these tracks and get this seat installed. Then I'll grab the driver's seat. Do it all again. There it is, folks. Reconditioned seat. Good to go. Versus this torn up one here. This one's next. I got a little bit of foam I gotta fill in here. Somehow got torn up. And I'm gonna put a little bit of extra padding in here because this is getting weak, it's old. But I need more zip ties, so I had to take this car. I'm gonna put some gas in there for Elizabeth. Get some zip ties. And get back here and get this seat done. Dealing with this sedan, replacing the seat. Skin, I noticed the tire was low. And now I found the culprit. Great big old screw right in the thread. So I had to find some place to fix that real quick. Just got that tire patched at Firestone. I don't know if you can see Firestone behind me. But yeah, they gave me a Robert DIY discount. They recognized me there and saved a couple bucks. Now, if you have a tire that can be patched and repaired, Discount Tires does that for free. But I didn't have the time to jack around with that. So I just went to my local Firestone, got that tire patch so Elizabeth could get to work. Whoop, whoop. A couple more things to add to the to-do list on this car. That there is busted up. The back of the armrest piece is missing. This with the new seat skin. The backrest is not rolled in as much as the original seat. The original seat has kind of a flat spot here. The seam comes almost right to the side, and this has kind of flat area here, and this piece isn't as wide as it is on that piece. Here you got a seam right at the arch of the seat, and this piece isn't as wide. This Alcantara isn't as wide as it is on the original seat. This is probably 2 inches wide. That's probably 1.5 inches maybe. And the seam is rolled back a little bit on the side, where here it's a little bit more toward the front. So that's a little bit of a difference there. Here's that somebody put S70 front mud flaps on the car instead of 850 mud flaps. Yeah, I need to loosen that, raise this wiper up a notch on the groove there. It's falling too low on the windshield. Passenger side wiper. I have decided to do this other seat. I thought Elizabeth was going to work, but she's off today. So I'm going to get to cracking on this other seat, get as much as I can done today, finish it up tomorrow. And if she needs to go somewhere, I guess I'll take her in my car. So this is how bad this seat looks. And there's a big gap there. I think that's because the cushion is so worn down. Anyway, let me get cracking. I don't have a lot of time left today. So, airbag safety is missing from this side. I got to go borrow it from the other side. Make a note that this one's missing that, so I can get one out of the salvage yard. And the clip is missing to hold that wire in the proper position. Let me go get that airbag safety. Well, guess what? That seat heater is busted too. I can see the wire down there loose. See the white wire? So that one needs to be repaired as well. Let me get this seat skin off of here. Had an issue with the bar on this side coming out of the foam, so I zip tied it to something under the foam. There's bars going under the foam too. So I zip tied this top bar to bars under the foam through the bottom to keep that bar secure. So let me keep on doing what I'm doing here. Just wanted to show you guys I had to zip tie that thing down. So if your bar is tearing out of the foam, you do have a option to zip tie it on the bottom. I am knocking it off for today. I got some padding in there. Most of it's done. I got to secure the back and the sides. Then I got to do the top. It's dark. I'm out for the day. Kicking off the morning. I had to get this seat done and installed. Oh, car's unlocked. I don't know how that happened. Crap, my stuff is still in there. That's good. Tools and whatnot. That could have been disastrous. But let me get this seat, finish strapping it up, put it in the car because I got errands to run. Elizabeth has errands to run. When she get back from her errands, I'll finish the back part of the seat, which was the most damaged. So let me grab that seat, get it up here, and get to cracking. About 45 minutes to finish up this lower cushion install and reinstall the seat. I added padding to this driver's seat. Didn't do it to the passenger seat, and you can see the difference. It looks nice and puffed up. Got a little bit of wrinkle in it there, but didn't look near as bad as the wrinkle in the flat padding. So when I get back from running my errands and Elizabeth gets back from running hers, I'll do this back side and these front seats will be done. And I just have to worry about the other 600 things on this car. Time to get on the last leg of this seat. Repair. Elizabeth didn't even take her car nowhere, so I could have kept it. Left this seat out. But anyway, let me back this car up a little bit, get this seat out, and get it finished. Well, I tell you, the gap in this was really wide. I had to start the zip ties on the front end, push it under, pull them under, start them on the back side, and walk them in to get that closed, because I had 1.5 inches there. Now it's pretty much 1/8 of an inch, or it's closed. The ends are a little open, but the middle's closed. So let me go ahead and put these holes in here so I can get the headrest in, and let me do the headrest. But for the most part, this one's done. Cutting a hole for the lumbar support. You can feel it. Make sure you miss the threads and cut it around there. I see a few loose threads or whatever. I'm gonna burn those off with a lighter. I got the headrest ready. I got the holes cut. I'm gonna go ahead, slide this in, lock it down, and clean these tracks out, lubricate them, and reinstall this seat. Let me go ahead and rate this product here. The quality of the product, how sturdy it is, the feel of it, I would say it's top notch. It's a 5. Now, if you're a purist, you're going to have problems. First of all, as you can see, the headrest, the back of it's vinyl. It has a little stripe of Alcantara in there. The front of it's leather. The stitching is kind of silver instead of black. You're going to have problems with that. The original back, this piece here on the side comes up to the front, and then it curves slightly and rolls in. This one here, it didn't come up as far as that one does, and it terminates right in the middle of that. So the original one starts here and goes over to here. This one starts over this side and stops at the peak. That's going to bother you purists. The lower cushion, really nice. I added a little padding because my cushion was flat. This lower cushion is almost perfect, other than the stitching is a little more on the silver side than closer to the black side. And on this piece that goes around the seat to the back, it fits down here a little different than this one does. This one kind of has almost a pouch effect here. See how it has that pouch? This one didn't quite have that pouch effect. So it did go around that plastic piece on the bottom okay, but it just didn't fit quite like the original one did. Again, it looks great. Let me go ahead and set it in the car, install it so you guys can see it. Also, this back piece here is Alcantara on the original one, and it's padded. This one is just leather terminated for your pouch. Again, if you didn't have anything to compare it with, I think it's close to perfect. But being a replica of the original one, it falls short. So because it falls short of the original one, I'd rate it a 3. You could probably get an upholstery shop if they could get the Alcantara to match your original ones more. You'll probably spend a little more money. I don't know. You could check in with them and see. But these are very good seat skins. They're going to look great in the car. Let me go ahead and drop them in so you can see the before and after. All right, folks, there it is. Seats installed. I put extra padding in this one. That's why it looks better than the passenger one. I did not put extra padding there. These seat skins look really good. The original ones, you see how the pattern comes here? The pattern matches a little more because it comes over to here a little bit better. And it comes up along here, and then it hooks in there. And on the side, the vinyl comes up to about here, halfway through here, and the Alcantara is about that far. So that's the difference between the original and these from Swedish Car Parts. Again, nobody's going to complain about the looks of these seat skins. Beautiful seat skins, but they're just not an exact replica. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.